Australia is unique for many reasons, whether it be for Vegemite, shrimp on the Barbie, or its iconic plants and animals. But under the surface, Australia's cuddly koalas aren't just adorable, they represent the odd secrets of island biology. In order to talk about island biology, we have to take a brief but exciting detour into the world of geology, specifically into the world of plate tectonics. The Earth's crust is made up of large tectonic plates or slabs of rock, which over millions and millions of years push into and away from each other, creating new land masses and destroying old ones. This, on top of being why we have earthquakes, creates all sorts of islands, big islands, small islands, and lots of islands close to each other called archipelagos. Also, countries that are islands, like Australia, which is technically a continent but is functionally an island, because just like all islands, Australia is isolated from the rest of the world by water. Because islands are isolated, animals that are on them become separated from animals that are on other, often larger land masses. In the short term, separation of islands from larger land masses can lead to scenarios where species of animals can survive on islands that might have otherwise gotten outcompeted for resources on land masses with more competition. However, over millions and millions of years, this leads to much more interesting and severe genetic changes. The separation of species over millions of years will eventually lead them to develop different genetics and eventually become entirely different species and subspecies. Even though every island is different, there are a few recognizable ways that they affect biology of their inhabitants. On islands, species are known to be significantly larger or smaller than their mainland relatives, in phenomena known as island gigantism and island dwarfism.
Due to a lack of ground predators, island birds such as the dearly departed dodo bird, which is sadly now extinct, tend to lose the ability to fly. Because each island is unique, this leads to hundreds, if not thousands, of new species that are endemic or that only exist in one place on Earth, which brings us back to Australia. Just like many other islands, Australia's plants and animals have evolved to suit a unique environment unlike any other corner of the world. Animals that may have gotten outcompeted in other parts of the world, such as marsupials like the kangaroo and monotremes like the platypus, were able to survive and thrive in Australia, where they evolved to fit the specific niches of their environment. So even though Australia's giant spiders and animals that seem to defy the laws of nature might be odd, they are a representation of Earth's rich and precious island biodiversity.